You have to implement a map given a flat map and unit. How would you do this? So here's definition of unit. It lifts an A into an F, so that gives us an F at A. Here's the definition of flat map. We're given an F from A to F of B, and it returns an F of B. And using these two methods, we have to implement our map, which here's given an F of A, and here's an F from A to B. And this should return F of B. So how would you do this? Well, maybe it helps if we go back to our option example and think of a more specific case before we come back to the general case. So unit, we didn't have a unit for option, but we can easily make one. We just bring the value of an option and rewrap it into an option. So you can either do option of we had x at the time, or you can do sum of x. Now with flat map, if you recall, function f already returns f of b, so you just call it, right? That's what we did. And when we implemented map, we had f of x, but we also, if you recall, we have to wrap this in an f, so at the time was an option, so it was something like this. So given these things for option, these implementations for option, how would you go and implement map for the general case? So an idea is to look at the return type. I see that it needs an f of b. Now we know that you can't take things out of f, out of context, right? You can't take the b's out of it. You have to lift whatever you want into the f. So we're gonna see which one of these parameters contain an f, and we see it's f at a. So we're gonna use f at a and flat map on it, and then we get it to a. This is pretty good. Now we look at what other parameters we have, and we see, hey, this function f takes an a and gives us a b, so we'll put the a through f. So now what we have here is a b. But if we look at the definition of flat map, we need an f of b because it needs to flatten the f. And if there's nothing to flatten, this will give an error. So if we go back to the option example, we see there's a sum here, and this is our f at x. So we need to bring to find our sum, in this case our f. So perhaps we have a method here that will lift this into an f of b. And that's exactly what this unit is doing. You give in something, and then it lifts it into an f. So if we wrap our b here into this, it should work. This will give us a b, this will give us an f of b, and now it matches what we have here. And the result is going to be f of b.